So one of my favorite female artists is Lauryn Hill, and she has a song called "Nothing Even Matters." And I know it's just a song, but sometimes I think to myself in life and think that nothing even matters. You know, the friends, the feelings, the things, like just everything. And the thing is that the reason why nothing even matters is because everything is temporary. And it's not to say that I'm not saying that nothing even matters to the point where you shouldn't live your life, but I feel like nothing matters to the point where you have to care. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say in this video. And the thing is that I feel like we care too much, and it's something that I'm working on too. I feel like I care too much about what other people say, which gives a reaction to me, which makes me do things that I don't want to do. Or, I think a lot of you guys can relate to this, but the thing is that nothing even matters because I don't want to say to the point where nothing even matters because we all die someday. Because what's the whole point? You know what I'm saying? Because I hate when I hate is a strong word. Sorry, I don't like when people say that because there's so much to live for. I feel like nothing even matters to the point where you have the present moment to live for. And what I mean by nothing even matters is that the past doesn't matter, or the future. What matters is right now. I'm gonna obviously plan and think about it, obviously for sure, but I'm not gonna be like, oh, like, like I have to, I'm not saying I do, because I do overthink a lot. I do things that, like I shouldn't do, but at the end of the day, it's all about just trying to be better. And the present moment is the only thing that matters. And what comes with that is just peace. I've noticed every time I'm present is when I actually live my life. And to say that nothing even matters is the mistakes, the things that we feel like we do wrong and stuff like that, because that's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? Like, each to his own, but everybody is here to be themselves. I feel like a lot of times, a lot of us, we're here to try and please others and to do things and so on and so forth, but you're here for yourself, because nobody's here for you. So you have to be there for yourself. You have to be here for yourself. Everything that you're trying to do, like improvement, like waking up early, going to the gym, you're not doing it for other people. You're doing it for yourself. Well, you should be doing it for yourself. But I feel like nowadays, I feel like a lot of us, I feel like we do it to try and prove a point to other people and so on and so forth. But at the end of the day, it's all about what we think is better for us. If you want to stop doing something, you're not going to stop doing it for other people. If you want to start doing something, you're not going to start doing it for other people. I mean, to an extent, yes, sometimes people are going to ask you to do things for them, to improve on, or simply just a favor. And, you just want to do it. But at the end of the day, it's all about you. And I know this sounds selfish in a way, but you have to think about yourself sometimes, because other people are only thinking about themselves. And that's what made me that's one thing that makes me not worry, is that nobody really cares about you. And it's such a bad feeling, but it's such a relief. And it gives me every time I think about that, I'm like, oh shoot, like nobody cares about me. But it gives me this sort of realization that nobody cares about me, which gives me the free will to just be myself, to just try and be better every day, and to just express myself. Like making these videos. When I was younger, I used to be scared to make videos. I used to be scared to, put myself out there, because I still am to this day. But I have to realize that, I'm here for a long time. I'm here for a short time, not a long time. A fun time, not a long time. But whatever it is, but that's the thing. At the end of the day, I'm here to just be myself. All I want to do is just be myself. And all I want to do is just improve on who I was yesterday. That's it. And to go back to the fact that nothing even matters, I don't want to say that nothing even matters to an extent that life doesn't matter. What I mean by it's the reaction, the sadness. And I'm not saying, sadness shouldn't be, you shouldn't, be aware of sadness and stuff like that, because mental health is real. And September is Suicide Prevention Month. And, that is just to show that You know, stuff gets real. Life gets real. I'm not saying that these actual events, that things that happen and stuff like that, I'm not saying those are not real, because they do happen. They happen every day. But it's just to say that, you know, people thinking about you, people talking about you, whether if it's positively or negatively, you know, these things don't matter. You know, yes, they do to an extent. You know what I mean? But what I mean by nothing even matters is the reactions, the unnecessary words that people say, stuff like that. They don't matter. At the end of the day, just be yourself. That's all you can be, is be yourself. And in this world, one thing you can't do is give up on yourself. You could give up on anybody else. You could hate everybody else. You could dislike everybody else. You could despise everybody else. But you can't despise yourself. The day you despise yourself, well, not the day, but when you despise yourself, you despise every single thing in this life. And that's one thing I had to realize. You know, everything comes from within you. Whatever is in you, you give out. What you give to yourself is what you give out to other people. So, you know, everything, you know, it's like a reaction, like a chain reaction. But don't do it just for people. Do it for yourself too, and pass it on to people. Try and make other people better if they're willing to. Try and do this. Try and do that. But the thing is just that nothing even matters. Nothing even matters to the point where you have to care about what they negatively say about you. You don't have to care about, I'm not saying that nothing even matters, but you don't have to worry about tomorrow, because you have to worry about now. And it's not even say about worrying about now, because there's really nothing to worry about, because I feel like everything is under control. And this is where I get the phrase, and this is where I get the nothing even matters point. I try and apply it to my life. I'm not saying this to sound like I have it all written down for me like it's perfect, because I'm not. I'm not perfect. None of us are perfect. But whenever I have the conscious mind to tell myself nothing even matters, I use it. It's not to say that, oh, like I'm careless, like I'm gonna go and do some crazy shit or something like that. Like, no. But I say that nothing even matters to the point where I sort of don't care about what other people think and just be myself, be happy, do the things that I want to do the things that is corny, is cringe. So that's where the point nothing even matters comes from. Anyways, that's the end of today's video. Hopefully I wasn't just yapping and just saying a whole bunch of nada. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, subscribe. I love every single one of y'all, and peace.